Scorpio, greetings and salutations. You are most welcome here, my friends. Today we are going to do the hopes, fears, and reality spread. If you want to know the best way to utilize the information I'm about to give you, it explains the spread and the card placement in the description box below. Okay. So basically, in your hopes, you're looking to come out of a sense of lack of chaos. Okay. So the chaos came into your life to show you the things that you don't want. You have sorted a few things out, and now you're coming out of this time of contemplation where your resources are better. Now, resources could be health, it could be wealth, or it could be time management. But that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping to move forward into, how do I put it? Almost like an energy of creation. You're creating a better atmosphere for your resources, your health, your wealth, and your time management. So that's your hopes. In your fears. This is interesting because the devil in the inverse is kind of like recognizing a bad habit of yours and knowingly in your mind, like you know this is a bad habit and you shouldn't be doing this particular thing, but you find yourself on autopilot just moving forward and doing that thing over and over. So I want to say that this would be tied to this lack of resources. So in your hopes, you're hoping to come out of this period of chaos and lack of resources in order to create a better environment. And in your fears, you kind of feel like you're going to fall back into all those bad habits if you move forward too quickly. So what this tells me is there was a lesson learned. Okay. You know the lesson and you understand the lesson, but you haven't quite made it a habit, or you haven't quite changed your habits so you don't wind up in the same predicament. What's a better way for me to word this? You know what you shouldn't and shouldn't do, but you're concerned that you might fall into autopilot and go back into those old behaviors that you're trying to curb. I guess that's what I'm trying to say here is you're trying to actively change something that you used to do that didn't serve your highest good. You haven't completely changed it, but you're in that transition period. The reality of the situation is, here we go, in the tower is in the inverse. The reality of the situation is you have found some information that made you examine your value system, right? And the truth of the matter is it really, really hurt to see that you were creating some of your own chaos. It's a very mature thing to recognize that it's your habits that create the uncomfortable situations in your life. But again, you're in the learning stages of this. You understand the concept, but you haven't quite changed the behavior yet. And I see why. See, in the past, you were very, very defensive of this toxic behavior that you were creating. You know, you didn't recognize that you were self-sabotaging. You didn't recognize that this uncomfortable situation was yours of the making. So you constantly tried to balance the scales and put yourself first, right? And unfortunately, that hurt somebody that you really cared about. So you learned this life lesson not because it was hurting you, because it started to hurt somebody else as well. And that was too much for you to take. You were like, enough is enough. It's like, I hear that Taylor Swift song, "Hi, I'm the problem, it's me." And in that song, she says, what does she say? Spend so much time staring directly into the sun, but no time staring into the mirror. Something happened where you were constantly defending this bad habit. Okay. You were constantly, I'm doing this because I'm doing this because you were constantly justifying and putting yourself above until it finally hurt somebody else and you couldn't ignore it anymore. Hmm. Hmm. All cups here, all up in your feels. As this person, like the Eight of Cups in the inverse to me, in this particular, especially paired with the Four of Cups, says to me that you recognized that somebody was starting to walk away from you, right? Based on your past behavior. And now you're trying to conjure up whatever. Here's all the little paths that lay before you. What can I do? What can I do? Here's all the choices and the actions you can take to try and get this person to stay. Scorpio, you pushed somebody away. You were stubborn and self-sabotaging, and you pushed somebody away. And it wasn't until you hurt them so much that they couldn't stand by your side anymore that you recognized they were even leaving in the first place. And now you're trying to go back and fix you so they'll stay. It sounds to me like some very grown-up conversations need to be had. Maybe you need to open up and be as honest as possible with this person to get them to stay. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next time.